What's up guys, welcome back to another video and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tlaki. So guys, today we are talking about 8 hottest and most trendiest bags of 2021. So guys, if you love luxury, if you like luxury reviews, if you like travel, videos, if you enjoy a bit of vlog every now and then and fashion try on hauls, please make sure that you subscribe below and also make sure to hit the bell to be alerted every time I post a new video. Yeah, so guys, let's get into the first bag. So guys, at number 1 I have a bag from Bottega Veneta. Actually, it's more than one bag, but I'm just going to go with fashion houses in this case because there's like multiple bags from one fashion house, from one designer. So guys, Bottega Veneta, number 1. Guys, Bottega Veneta came out with the cassette bag. They came out with the puffer shoulder bags, the puffer clutch bags. I will insert pictures here as we go along. And they recently meaning last year actually, they released the Jody bag. Guys, these bags are trending. If you look at on Instagram, the international bloggers or vloggers and influencers, these are the bags that they are currently rocking. I know in South Africa, not so many people are aware of the brand, or they are aware of it, but I think they just don't want to spend money on those bags, but rather they are buying their shoes. So the international bloggers and influencers, guys, are rocking these bags. For me, guys, honestly, in my opinion, these bags, especially the cassette bag, I remember walking into Zara and I saw the exact same bag. I don't think that there's any significance that says, hey, I am Bottega Veneta. Like literally, Eldo has, these sort of bags. I remember H&M also came out with something similar. Like I said, Zara also has something similar. In my opinion, honestly, if you were to ask me if I will ever buy one of these bags, the answer is no. I do, however, love their shoes. I think that their shoes are very classy. They were the first designer to come out with, the frontal square toe. I love that. I just find that to be very classy. I just find that to, it just looks very flattering on people. So I like their shoes, but not necessarily their bags. Their bags, I just feel, I feel, honestly, I can easily walk down the street or walk into any store and I can easily just find a dupe. A dupe isn't a replica. A dupe is not fake. A dupe basically is just something that looks similar to a designer. So if you're looking for something like this, if you're looking for if you are into Bottega Veneta bags but you don't really want to spend that sort of money, because they are quite on the pricey side, they are quite on the pricey side. They are similar to your Louis Vuitton, your Gucci and them. So you can easily go into, Zara. Zara has variety of dupes that look like, the Bottega Veneta dupes. So you can easily go into Zara. You can try Elder and H&M as well. It's so easy for you to find these sort of bags. But yeah, guys, so this is the first fashion house. And now we are moving to number 2. So we have Fendi. So Fendi Baguette bag. This is one of the hottest bags, and apparently this bag has been around for decades. So Fendi just decided to re-release it in a variety of other colors, and it has been trending. To be honest, I love this bag. There was a time where I was actually obsessing about it. I would go on the internet, I would go on Net-a-Porter, I would go on Farfetch every now and again just to see if there was a little bit of a price drop. But obviously with trendy bags, you're hardly ever going to find a sale on these sort of items. And I think because it's such a bestseller at Fendi, they've decided now to come up with variety of colors. So this right here is the original Fendi print. I believe this is called the Zuka print, and now they have they have it in more colorful colors, the summer colors, yellow and green and orange. So there's variety of this bag, but to be honest, I still love the vintage looking one. I think the original the Fendi print, the Zuka print, just looks so elegant. It has that vintage feel to it, and to be honest, that's one of the reasons why I buy luxury. I just want that authenticity to items. I love that vintage feel to items. So the Baguette bag has officially been added to my wish list. I love it, and just because I add things to my wish list, guys, doesn't mean that I'll end up buying them. But this is definitely one of the trendiest bags of 2021 and definitely one of the best sellers at Fendi. At number 3, we have Coach. Guys, Stuart Veveur, who is the creative director of Coach, has done wonders with the Coach Tabby line. And the Coach Tabby line is not necessarily just, the Coach Tabby pillow bag. There's other Tabby lines as well. There's other Tabby collection bags as well that are very beautiful. But the Coach Tabby pillow bag, I know for a fact that that bag is so in demand. People are buying that bag, and apparently how Stuart came up with this design is that they had, so he had initially made a travel size, the bigger size, your Louis Vuitton sort of size. I'll insert a picture here. It was basically that size, right? So it was just a concept bag. They had it at one of the fashion shows, and apparently the audience just went crazy. People went crazy, and they kept asking, what bag is that? Do you have more of those bags? And so he decided he was going to, create something smaller, something for more of an everyday use. And that's when he came out with, the size 26, which is the size that I have. And then later on just came out with, they released the size 19. Guys, this bag is hot. This bag is perfect for everyday use. And the nice thing with this is it doesn't really restrict you on the amount of things that you put in, because obviously it's not structured, right? It's not so hard, it's not structured like the bags that we see at Louis Vuitton. For instance, if you were to look at a Louis Vuitton Alma BB, it's very structured, so you are restricted on the amount of things that you can put in there. Whereas with the Coach Tabby pillow bag, you can literally squeeze in things. You can just throw in things, and because there's no structure, it will accommodate everything. So guys, honestly, I feel Stuart Veveur, or Stuart Veveurs, he did a great job here. And apparently this is a designer who has actually worked, for Calvin Klein. He has worked for Bottega Veneta even, and has also worked for Givenchy. He's been a designer at Givenchy as well. And he has also worked, apparently he has worked with Marc Jacobs at Louis Vuitton. So we are talking about a very experienced designer here, and I think this year, or from last year actually, he's been doing such a great job with all the Coach bags. I think this is probably his best work yet. Next fashion house, we have Gucci. Guys, I am obsessed with the Ophidia line. This Ophidia line is the hottest right now. So my obsession currently is the Ophidia line, which is basically the hottest, the most trendiest, line at Gucci. And now they recently came out with the Gucci 1955. So this basically has that horse bit. The horse bit is just literally that little chain, that clip. Apparently it first came out in the 1930s. So the designer at Gucci in the 1930s first released it, they first put it on loafers, on the male loafers, and then later on, because people loved the concept so much, they started making loafers for women with the same horsebit. And so eventually they started designing bags and putting that little horsebit on it. So it was it moved from shoes to bags in the 1950s, and that is why the bags are called 1950 or 1955. This is also, I feel it has that vintage feel to it. You look at the bag, you instantly know that this is not a Gucci Dionysus. It's not just a typical Gucci bag, but rather there's quite a significant meaning or a significant a concept behind the design of the bag. These two guys, the Ophidia in the size and in that mini size and the 1955, they are so hot. I am loving both of these bags, and to be honest, if I had to choose between the two, I wouldn't know which one to go for. And so this small Ophidia line, I'm just wondering if this can actually fit a phone, because I'm quite interested in this one, especially seeing that the price point is so low. This bag retails for under 15K, and then the 1955 retails for under around 27K, somewhere there. I'm not sure about the prices, but yeah. So I feel that both these bags are so well priced, you know, for how they look and for that vintage feel to them. I'm loving both of these bags, guys. I understand why both these bags are definitely trending, or both these line, you know, the Ophidia line and the 1955 line. You know, I understand why both these lines are trending, because they are just gorgeous. Next fashion house, we have Chanel. Guys, I think Chanel is probably one of my favorite designers, or one of my favorite like fashion house, but their prices, guys, are just ridiculous. Like, you know, my dream bag is actually from Chanel, and it's a classic flap, a classic double flap, you know, in the beige color. But that bag retails probably for like, you know, 8,000 pounds, or, you know, 9,000 euros, which honestly, it's ridiculous. This bag is over 100,000. It is just crazy. The Chanel prices go up in price every year. Sometimes, you know, they would have like, you know, increase, 10% increase twice a year. It's just crazy, guys. I love their bags, but it's just ridiculous. Anyway, so they came out with the Chanel 19. I believe this was last year or 2 years back. This bag is actually, I think most designers actually, you know, they love that sort of, you know, lousy look to bags, or, you know, that squishiness to bags, because Chanel is known for, you know, their structured bags. You know, if you look at their boy bags to the classic flap, their bags are so structured. But obviously, seeing what other fashion houses are doing, I think they also felt like, you know, they have to dip their toe into the trend. So they also released the Chanel 19, which is very slouchy. It's very soft. It is a beautiful bag, and it is also not cheap, guys. Like, it's crazy. This bag, you can actually find it for like, you know, 6,000, you know, pounds, or 6,000 euros. You can convert that, guys. Convert that. You will see. Convert that into rands. Convert that into ZAR. You will see how expensive this is. So we shall dream. I will continue to dream, and I still hope that, you know, one day I'll get to own a classic flap. So if I had to choose between the Chanel 19, which is very, very trendy right now, and the Chanel classic flap, I will still go for, you know, the classic flap. I feel that the Chanel 19 is more for, you know, those customers who already probably own, you know, quite a diverse or quite a collection of, you know, the Chanel classic flaps or the trendy CCs. So if I am a new buyer, well, I don't even own anything, like, you know, if it's me going into Chanel for the first time, I will certainly look at the classic flap, because I mean, it retains its value. Even if someday you want to resell it at the pre-love market, best believe you will get your money back. Next fashion house, we have YSL. Guys, I love YSL. I feel like if we had YSL in South Africa, I would probably buy more from them as opposed to Louis Vuitton. I'll probably go into YSL more than I would into Louis Vuitton. I love all things YSL, from their shoes to their clutches to their small leather goods and to their bags. So YSL has quite, like, you know, a variety of the puffer line. I will actually link a video below of this YouTuber that I follow. Her name is Chase Emmy. She has a variety of YSL, you know, from the Lou collection to the puffer line, and she did quite a good video comparing all the Lou bags and all the puffer bags. So she has like the toy Lou, the small size, the Lou in small, the Lou in medium, the Lou in large, and she also has, like, you know, the puffer bags. So she did like a very in-depth video doing comparison, comparing all the bags from YSL, specifically the Lou bags and you know, the puff and the bags from the puffer line. She has money, guys, and that is why she can actually afford to buy all these bags and just decide to resell a couple of months later. So YSL puffer bags, also trendy, hottest, one of the hottest, you know, designers of this season, and I don't see that line going anywhere. Next up, we have Louis Vuitton, the cousin bag. This bag is so hot right now. It is the hottest bag. It is the trendiest bag, especially outside of South Africa. I see so many, you know, bloggers and just, you know, people on Instagram rocking this bag. And guys, to be honest, I mentioned this in one of my videos that this bag is literally like the toiletry pouch. The only difference is like, you know, a 3-in-1. So there isn't really that much of a significant difference between this bag and the toiletry pouch. The toiletry pouch is around, you know, the 8K benchmark, and this bag is roughly around 60K. I have a problem with that pricing. How do you price something so high, something that looks like a Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch? Why so much price difference? This is actually crazy. But anyway, I don't know how Louis Vuitton decides on their pricing, but this is actually one of the hottest bags, guys, and it is actually even doing so well in South Africa. My sales associate was actually saying to me that they are forever selling these bags in Sandton, at the Louis Vuitton store in Sandton. So it got to show that obviously people are interested in this bag. In as much as I feel that honestly this bag does not make sense, especially when you own, like, you know, a Louis Vuitton toiletry pouch where you can easily put on a strap. But again, that's just my opinion, guys. It's just my opinion. So tell me what your thoughts are. Comment below. Let me know what you think of this. And the last fashion house, we have Prada. So Prada re-edition bag. So apparently this bag, I'm going to insert a picture here. It first came out in 2005, right? And it came out in the nylon version. So the nylon version is like a raincoat sort of fabric. It's like a polyester sort, no, not even polyester actually. You know that raincoat fabric? So that's that's the nylon, you know, version of the bag. So this bag is under 20K. I indicated this previously in one of my videos. Very reasonably priced bag. I initially thought this bag was very stunning, especially just for everyday use. You throw it on, you know, for casual outings. I mean, it easily goes with, you know, so many outfits. You know, you can style it with denims, you know, with shorts, you know, with skirts. It goes very well. So they re-released, you know, this re-edition, and then later on they came out with the Saffiano leather. Now I looked at the Saffiano leather, I'm like, this is actually gorgeous. So the Saffiano leather is the Prada used leather. It's like an in-house leather, if you will. Like Prada uses most of, you know, uses Saffiano leather on majority of their bags. And the Saffiano leather honestly just looks so luxurious. It has that luxurious feel to it. It looks very beautiful. So this is a bag that's also trending. I've seen Kylie's daughter walking around, you know, in those videos, walking around carrying, you know, the baby version of this, like, you know, in the nylon. And I've also seen her carrying the Saffiano leather as well. I think there's different sizes to these bags as well. I think they've got, like, you know, the mini version, which is what, you know, the child usually carries. And then there's just, you know, the normal small size. So guys, these are the hottest bags of the season. Let me know what your thoughts are in the comments below. Comment below. Of all these, you know, bags that I've mentioned today, which one would you go for and which one would you slash? Yeah? So please comment below. Let me know what your thoughts are. Thank you so much for watching, and please don't forget to subscribe below. Give this video a thumbs up. Get other people to subscribe as well, guys. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you. Mwah. Stay blessed as always.